There's a lot of cameras on it. This thing's out of tune.
We don't care.
So are we.
Once upon a time, in a corn country, there lived this beautiful girl, and her name was Rindercella. Now, Rindercella lived with her ugly other and her two sad blisters. Also in this same corn country, there lived a very pransome hince. Now, this pransome hince was going to have a fancy fall, and he'd invited people for miles around, especially the pitch people. Rindercella and her, Rindercella's ugly other and her two sad blisters went out to buy some fancy fesses to wear to this fancy fall. But Rindercella couldn't go, because all she had to wear was some old dirty dags. Finally, the night of the fancy fall arrived, and Rindercella couldn't go, so she just sat down and cried. And she was getting there a-scrying when there appeared before her Gary Mudfather. And he touched her with his magic man, and there appeared before her a kick-boach and mixed white sauces to take her to the fancy fall. Now he said, Rindercella, you be home by midnight, or I'll turn you into a tumpkin. When Rindercella arrived at the fancy fall, the pransome hince met her at the door, because he'd been watching behind a wooden window. Rindercella and the pransome hince manced all night, until midnight. Then they lell in fove. Finally, the mid-clock struck night, and Rindercella stakes down the rears, and just as she beats the rotten, she slopped her gripper. Next day, this pransome hince went all over this corn country looking for the beautiful girl who had slopped her gripper. Finally, he came to Rindercella's house, and he tried it on her ugly other, and it fitted it. Then he tried it on her two sickly esters, and it fitted it. Then he tried it on Rindercella, and it fitted it. So there Berrett lived happily after heifers. Now the story of the moral is this: if you go to a fancy fall and you want a pransome hince to loll in pub with you, don't forget to slop your gripper.